Hey, good morning,
Hello.
everyone. This is Harley again, and welcome to our Founders Roundtable. Hi, Robert. Thank you for coming today, and
No
welcome,
problem.
Billy. I'm sorry, guys.
Hey,
I'm gonna be off cam today because I don't look so good. I overslept, so I snooze out. And that's what we do on Web3, right? We don't sleep, we just pass out until. But yeah, I'm so glad that I was able to wake up before the live. So good morning, everyone. So how are you guys doing today?
Excellent.
I'm doing great.
Am I the only one on camera today? Is that what's going on?
It seems like it, but we're
Okay.
waiting for the others. We
Sure.
have a few more guests that will be coming today, and you look good, Robert. It's okay if you're
Thank
the
you.
only one who's
Thank you,
on.
Holly. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. And yeah, I saw that you are in Hong Kong, or you are in the event right
Actually,
now. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm actually in Shanghai at the moment. I'm based
Ooh,
here but travel a lot, so Hong Kong is one of the places I go to frequently.
I see. How about you? I don't want to keep calling you Zilly, so please
You
introduce
call
yourself.
me Zilly. That's what most people call me, is
Yeah.
Zilly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually in Florida, northern Florida, in the United States.
Northern Florida. All right. Well, for our audience tonight, we have 18 million viewers. Wow. Thank you for watching, guys. And I know that you are excited to know the journeys of our founders for tonight. So, yes, please introduce yourself, Robert, first, and tell us what do you do and what are the projects that you're working on right now, and also the
Well,
previous project that you worked in.
okay. All right. So again, my name is Robert, and I'm based here in Shanghai, but travel a lot. So I think the key project that there's two projects we're working on currently, and the key one that I want to kind of share is Little Shredders. Now, this is breaking news because we really haven't kind of released this at the moment. But in a nutshell, we're launching 8,888 NFTs. It's a PFP collection, but I think the key thing here is we are helping. Let's put it this way: the Jamaican skateboarding Olympic team. So I won't say too much as of yet, but that's kind of that's what we're dealing with, and we're very lucky to be in this kind of position. And hopefully soon we can spread more information and let you know about the actual PFP collection, how to kind of get minted, and also the utilities that go with that. And hopefully it's going to be something quite exciting because we are going to be dealing with what the buzzword of RWA and a new thing called RWP. So anyway, that's it. That's me here in Shanghai, Robert.
Thank you so much, Robert. And we're so excited to know more about that. Alpha, guys, Alpha. You heard it
Yep,
here first.
indeed. Right here with
Yeah,
Holly.
yes. Thank you so much. And Zilly, please also introduce yourself. What are the projects that you are working on right now, and a little bit background of yourself as well. Thank you so much.
Sure, sure. First of all, thank you for inviting me and us, the Zillionaire Goat Club, to the stream. Yeah, we're called Zillionaire Goat Club, as you can guess from the name. It's a club for zillionaire goats. We're a lifestyle brand and Web3 community that is based out of the United States. And our community is really about four things: health, wealth, freedom, and happiness. Those are our pillars of our community. And those four qualities in a person, we describe, that person as being zilly. Like instead of like Billy Goat, we say zilly goats. So we are a Web3 project, or we have been for some time, since January 2022. We have some different collections, but our main collection is the 7777 collection, which began minting in the beginning of 2023. It's still an ongoing mint because we kind of landed right in the middle of that NFT bear market. But yeah, our main thing is we are pursuing becoming a lifestyle brand. We started out, right now, if you go to Zillionaire Goat Club, it's really about like fashion and apparel and things like that. And we really see ourselves as a brand more than just selling merch. But we're evolving into new directions this year. So we're moving towards coffee and supplements and perishable items and some other different items. And yeah, anybody who is a part of our community or anybody who's ever ordered products from us, like we deliver exactly what we put out there. And at this point we're just, there's a lot of other things that we're working on too, that some of the things are technologies, but um our main thing that we've been doing for the last few months has been running our spaces. We do our spaces 4 days a week, 5 p.m. Eastern, United States time, and each space is centered around the idea of a different pillar that we have. So our Monday spaces are, about health. Our Tuesday spaces are about wealth. Wednesdays about freedom, and Thursdays are about happiness. So, today, like, we'll have our wealth space. We have a wonderful guest, Big Dog Alpha, on the space. We do things a little different. We don't just show projects. We actually get to know founders and understand, just like you're doing right now. Get to really understand their journey and who they are. And but yeah, so that's basically who we are. And if anybody's interested in what we're doing or want to learn more, you can hop in our Discord, and the easiest way to access that is zgc.wtf. If you type that in to your browser and go there, it has all of our links listed out there. It has all of our collections on Magic Eden, and yeah, we have a lot. We have a lot planned this year. We have some pretty lofty goals. We just got done with NFT NYC, where we threw our own after party event there, which was it was called Bohemian Grove. Like, we take a lot of these secret society, Illuminati kind of ideas and imagery, and I like to say that we're like we kind of are like Liquid Death. Like, if anybody's familiar with that brand, they take heavy metal, hard rock culture, and they apply it to water, which is not heavy metal or hard rock, and they kind of do it in a tongue in cheek way but at the same time pay homage to that culture, and you can tell that they really that it's like they enjoy that type of culture. We kind of do that with secret societies and Illuminati imagery. So we're not actually of that, and we don't like that, but we think it's funny and we think it's fun, and so we use a lot of that imagery. So that's sort of our personality. If you think about a goat, it's many different connotations. There's the animal of the goat, which can be kind of a majestic creature or a silly creature. There is the idea of being the greatest of all time, so that's like being your best self and being at the top of your game. And also, goats are associated with all kinds of for lack of a better term, is associated with all kinds of occult imagery. And so a lot of these people who are really elites in society, they do a lot of weird stuff. Like, I don't know what it is, but at some point, I guess you get so good at stuff that you want to live forever. So you're gonna start, engaging in some, weirdness. Trying to live forever. Trying to, drink the blood and become a god. So we kind of play with all those sort of ideas. With our brand and our culture and our community, but at the end of the day, it's all good fun. And yeah, that's really sort of what we're about. But the real truth is that we're about health, wealth, freedom, and happiness. The idea of being your best, being your healthiest, being getting your wealth, as we all want. Being independent, and ultimately, at the end of the day, being being truly deeply happy. So that's what we're about. And if there's anybody out there that is interested, again, you can just go to zgc.wtf. I'd recommend hopping in our spaces. A lot of people really seem to enjoy them. And if you feel like we're the right fit for you, then we'd love to have you in our community.
Yes, and I am also a Zilly. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that introduction, ZD. We have Scarface on the stream right now. And good morning, Scarface. We also have Tarish. Thank you so much for coming. And Scarface, also please introduce yourself and the projects that you are working on right now, and a little bit background of yourself. And before that, I want to greet everyone's watching right now. We have 100 million views. Wow. viewers. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And yes, Scarface, please take the floor.
GM. So, yeah, this is Scarface. Of course, if you don't know me, you're not Web3. I've been in Web3 since, let's say here, 3.5 years. 3.5 years now. Um, I was the main space host for the Sappy Seals um, for a year and a half. If you know a little bit about the Sappy Seals as well, and uh, I am actually um, a community member from the Lazy Bunny. That's back from the Bored Apes. That's when all the NFTs started, and we um, were in actually NYC back in the days, and threw a party, the first party, NFT party in NYC. Um, and eventually, I became the co-owner of the Lazy Bunny. But after 3 years, 3.5 years in Web three, um, and became my own founder and of
Oh my God, it's is when he's about to say what's his project he rugged. Sorry, Scarface, you're having a little bit of problem, I think, on your network. Um, are
the
you
soul.
okay?
Can you hear me? Yeah, a month and a half ago. No, actually, month and a half ago we started like cooking. But a month ago, the project started, and we minted 30 something% of 2555 of our NFTs. We're actually we do spaces on a daily basis. So every day, 7 p.m. Eastern. If you have time, join us. Uh, um, as I said, it's a really cool project on Solana. But we have with that, we got staking coming. We have some actual items, physical items coming. We have multiple other stuff that we're doing, like bounties. So if you're interested, jump in. The bounties are really cool. Some of the NFTs hold two souls attached to the NFTs. Um, the art is actually made by Lola. Lola is the artist, and yeah, we been just around for a while. Um, if you have any questions or you want to join our spaces or our X chat, we're always available. We're having fun. We're like one of the most funnest projects right now on Solana. Um, yeah, our chats are probably the most active, even our Discord. If you have time to join, DM me on X. It's Scarface underscore Shino. Let's get it. Pleasure to meet you guys.
Thank you so much, Scarface. And we have one of our guests tonight, Johnny. Thank you so much for coming. And I'm sorry for sending you late the link. And yes, please welcome Johnny. And also, please introduce yourself and the projects that you are working with right now, and a little bit background of yourself.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for having me. So I'm Johnny. I'm a founder of a couple projects. I'll talk about in a second, but they all involve Web3. So I think I'm in the right place. Morpheus League was one of my first projects. It's an esports tournament slash guild platform. We launched in like 2021. Focused mainly on FPS games, but we also had an Axie Infinity Guild at one time, but so it's still going strong. So more games coming on board. So if you are into GameFi, it's definitely something you guys want to check out. We have lots of new games that we're coming on board that we have NFTs with. So, it's always good to participate at this time when the market's booming. The other project that I'm even more passionate about, we launched actually in September last year. It's called MORFYUS. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the guild is called MORFYUS League, and then the new platform that I'm about to talk about that launched in September is just MORFYUS. So MORFYUS is a work platform and ecosystem. So it's built upon three separate areas. The first one is jobs. So it's a gamified hiring platform where every talent has to verify their experience and their skills. And they're able to earn rewards for their interactions in the entire economy. So think about all the things you do today to search for a job, right? Like having interviews, applying for jobs, keeping your resume polished, even reaching out to people for help. So all these different things that you guys do are pretty taxing, and you don't really reap a lot until you finally actually get that job. So we decided to gamify that process and enable you people to earn rewards for actually taking these different actions in the platform, and as a way to kind of motivate them, right? Because it's a very uh, no one likes job hunting, right? It sucks, but it's something that you kind of have to do. So we thought it was a good incentive to actually build a product around this. And then secondly, um, quality is something that's definitely missing, right, in the whole job search space. So by adding, or rather requiring people to verify, what they've done and where they've worked, it actually allows companies to hire more quality people and eliminate the possibility, of hiring someone who actually hasn't worked where they said they worked or not even experienced in a certain skill. And yeah, these are actually problems that I actually faced as a founder when I was, either in a hiring position or I was in a job search position. So these are problems that are actually really close to me in my personal experiences. So it's definitely something that I'm passionate about solving. Um, and yeah, and we're also launching a token very soon. So definitely check us out. I don't know if you wanted to know about me specifically, but I mean, I worked in finance and tech for about 12 years. I am American, but I've been living overseas for about 20 years. And yeah, just kind of everything payments related is kind of um, where I was working prior to setting up these companies. But definitely excited and looking forward to see how the space evolves, especially not only Web3, but also AI. And AI is also something that we are looking at very closely, in integrating into our companies because we see the potential and, how quickly it's disrupting so many other industries. So, yeah. Um, if you guys would love to learn more, you can check out both of our Twitters, Morpheus League and Morpheus Official.
Thank you so much, Shani. And yes, guys, to be transparent, I am working for Morpheus as well as a community manager. And welcome, Tarish. He will be my co host tonight, and he doesn't know it. So, yes, Tarish, please also introduce yourself and the project that you're working on right now.
Hey everybody, I'm Taurus at Resh Taurus on Twitter. I'm mostly a truck driver. It's my normal um, 10 to 7, but I'm also a Discord community moderator for Own.gg and Battle.tech. They're a GameFi social play on tournaments for different competitive esports games. Right now, we've been launching out for CS2. We have NA, EU, and South America locked down right now. We've got somewhere around 5 to 6,000 daily active players across all the clans and all the 1v1, 5v5, and 2v2 tournaments. It's going pretty good. A lot of bumps along the way, as any founder will know. I'm not a founder. I'm just a support member, and I see there's always bumps along the way. But I didn't know I was co-hosting today. Thank you, Harley. Welcome, everybody.
Yes, thank you so much for pulling up, Tarish. And yeah, my co-host didn't show up tonight. So yes. Anyway, I'd like to thank our 203 million viewers, and I hope that you will enjoy tonight's session. And we are waiting for the other founders, but for the meantime, we will be having a question and answer person, and you guys have 5 minutes so that we won't be uh consuming all of just to have a balance in the live tonight. So Therese, you can also ask questions to them if you have one, and I know that you ask the right questions as well. So our first question, it's for the title of the founders roundtable today. It's why Web3? Why did you guys build on Web3? And uh, you have 5 minutes to to answer the question. It's like a beauty contest. So yeah, I'd like to go to Johnny first.
Sure. Um, I mean, I guess I'll talk about both projects. I mean, the first one, Morpheus League, it was it was pretty much a no-brainer. I mean, the reason the company was set up was because of Web3, um, in the first place, right? There was a booming new market for gaming in this Web3 sector. So it was like the right place, the right time, to set up a company in gaming in Web3. And what that enabled us to do that I guess, wasn't a model that existed in Web2 was, using NFTs as in-game assets, that were tradable, that were rentable, that created yield. And of course, that yield was, revenue for players and revenue for the company. So that was one of the key factors, obviously, that Web3 enabled, right? Um, so, I mean, beyond that, I think the other benefit was the ability to pay people in mass, right, in all these different countries, very very quickly and without having to worry about bank accounts and exchange rates and all these different things. So yeah, these were definitely two key reasons of why we chose um, Web3, because it was an emerging sector, because of the new dimensions that it enabled for a business model for us in gaming and for payments. For Morpheus, the work platform, I would say a couple reasons. The first, I would say, has to do with how existing Web 2 networks and platforms are actually operating right now. One of the key pains that I often see as a user, and also from other users that we've researched on, is to do with ownership control, right? And I think that's a super key reason to build on Web3, especially when it's coming to something where there's extraction. And when I say extraction, I'm talking about fees that users have to pay in order to be a part of this network. So if you talk about platforms like Upwork, for example, they're extracting, anywhere from 5 up to 20% of fees from freelancers, right? And they can adjust that upward at any single time. You're basically you're under their hand, right, at all given times. So no matter what they decide, you have to accept it. So with Web3, obviously, there's definitely more, I guess, governance around direction of the company, such as fees, for example. Whereas in Web2, you don't have that ability at all, right? And I think the second part is like, this is people's livelihood, right? So if Upwork were to disappear tomorrow, right, all of your contacts, your reviews, all these credentials that you've built up and experience in your profile in Upwork also disappears with it. So that's another key reason that we wanted to build in Web3, is to allow people to retain, their information and data, right? Especially in the workspace, that's super important. So there's a lot of actually applications, specifically in job search and professional networking, that are actually enhanced with Web3, and that mainly revolves around transparency, governance, and storage of data. I would say the other fourth component obviously has to do with rewards distribution. So we're able to give back, right? You know, value to people who are participating in the network, and that's something that we can't do with a Web2 product. So yeah, these are the key reasons.
Thank you so much, Johnny. And yes, we have also Rubes comes today, and please introduce yourself, Rubes comes, and the project or the um, what do you call this? The community that you've founded. And yes, one of my favorite here, Davao DeFi community, Rubes comes.
GM everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Thank you. So, by the way, I'm Robscom. I'm the founder of Davao DeFi community. Basically, we are located in the southern part of the Philippines, particularly Davao City. So, yeah, we founded this community for the need of propagating awareness and education with regards to the emerging technology about blockchain, Web3, DeFi, and NFT. So majority of our core team are volunteers. So basically, they are group of professionals, different work, architect, graphics artist, even engineering like electrical. So we converge onto the idea advocating for 2 points. The first point is advocating for the mass adoption of our industry. And the second one is trying to empower our locals because basically Web3 is a very highly technical tech that we have that you need to learn, and we want to somehow, since we're already exposed on the industry, basically I'm already native. I already onboarded 100% to Web3 way back 2021, the first DeFi summer. So I'm an IT by profession. So that's really our avenue. We could somehow create like an organic participants, teaching them more on the fundamental and value aspect of the industry rather than on the speculation side, because majority of people, when you say crypto, they automatically correlate it to become a millionaire, 100x 200x gain, and they don't even go farther beyond what's behind the tech itself. So that's really more our alignment, and we've been doing that for almost 1.5 year. So we try to do it by doing IRL, like informal meetups, then the same time workshops and conferences, and we connect with some of the projects and players in the industry, trying to pitch them if you could help us propagate our endeavor so that we can reach more people. So some of the users that we encountered are like local artists. So we have a bunch of very good local artists who are doing traditional way of doing arts. We try to infuse and introduce them about NFT so that it could widen uh, their their market, like global on that aspect. Then we engage with academe, also with students, like graduating students for computer science, to the avenue of being like building projects, learn about Web3 development, and be able to help them to connect with industry leaders for job opportunities or like bounties in that sense. So we created the first hackathon on our area. We're very proud of it. So there's somehow like participated around 200 plus participants from different Web2 developers who are experienced Web2 developers, and be able to introduce somehow awareness on how Web3 development goes. Then on the user side, of course, we educate them about DeFi, the proper way of getting onboarded, and some of the legit applications that are running on the industry. So we've been doing that in parallel, and of course there are some adjustment and changes that we made. Like we create also webcasts like this to create awareness still for Filipino, and we engage, actually the most recent one is we engage with local government, and we're very astonished with engaging with local government, because basically most of the government agencies that we talk, they really do have zero knowledge about blockchain, about DeFi. So it's somehow like a tough work for us, but we are committed to do this in the long term. We've been doing this on the bear market. That's a testament how we are committed in this, and it's becoming our passion for the industry. Yep, that's what
Thank
we
you
do.
so much. Okay. Thank you so much, Sir Scams. And I really love what you guys do, educating the Web2 people, or the Web2 locals, or the locals, about DeFi, and onboarding them in the right way. So I'd like to also mention that this live is supposed to be for Player One Universe. They are not here at the moment, but yes, this I actually had the concept of Founders Roundtable is for you guys to have, to know each other first, and then uh, collaborate and find a way to help each other, on each other's project, because that's how it's supposed to, be. And oh, okay, Sean, we have Sean here right now, the founder of Player One Universe, and they recently launched their mint, and they are still minting. It's ongoing, and it's also in Sol. All right. So we have here, sir. Sean, please introduce yourself to our live viewers and to the founders that we have here today, and just a little bit about Player One Universe and the progress, just bit of the progress and the backstory of Player One Universe. And you have 5 minutes to do it. That's the challenge.
Well, that's
Yes.
perfect. I mean, I'm not the well spoken guy in the group, so forgive me for that. But yeah, so we started Player One Universe roughly 2 years ago. I took a hiatus. I was a lead dev at a crypto company, Sila. I don't know. It's a company we do like crypto storage solutions. And the market was kind of like tanking, and there was like a lot of layoffs happening. And I just decided, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna like take a hiatus for like 6 months and try to build something. And so I just like to draw. I mean, honestly, I just like to draw. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna do an NFT collection. That looks fun, right? So I just started drawing an NFT collection, and I started talking to my friend Neil, who he's also an engineer, and we just started brainstorming, and we came up with this idea to do Player One Universe, and then to have this collection, Witches and Werewolves, which it was originally like a anime themed idea, but my friend, he doesn't like watch anime, so he didn't have any clue what I was talking about when I said let's do isekai, like let's do another world, right? Like this whole genre of another world. But the idea we ended up coming up with is we wanted to make a way for people to log into their Discord and have a way to like interact with each other, like in a 3D game, like World of Warcraft, in a small area though, much smaller. Like it seemed pretty cool, so we just started developing it, and many things were much more difficult than we thought, as when you do projects like this. And so I finished the collection. I think I finished the collection in less than a month or something, and then we started coding the world and the website and these things, and the smart contracts and all this stuff. So there's a lot of learning involved, and we minted. I guess it's been a week or two ago. I don't even remember. It's been we finally did our mint, and we switched to Solana because at the last minute. Originally it was Ethereum, but because of the gas fees, we switched to Solana. And so we just had a meeting last night, right? Like, okay, like where do we go from here? We have like some of the miniverse developed like in Unity, and we have a lot of code written. But I guess what we've come to, I don't know how much time I have left, but the solution that we've come to is that we're going to focus a lot on the Discord community right now. So it's just when talking to people, we seem that there's the most value we could potentially bring is just allowing people to play games in this world, in this 3D game from their Discord with their communities, the same way people use their games now. I think a popular one is called Gartic or something like Gartic or something like that. All these games that people do to keep their communities going. We're just going to offer a next gen version of that. And you can use your NFTs or you cannot use your NFTs. You could just use your Discord. So that seems to be what our focus is going to be. And so our brainstorm session now is like, okay, what kind of games are we going to do? We're going to start with 1 or 2 games. And the first game we're going to do is going to be a passive game like marbles, but you will be able to, if you have a 3D model. Oh, I forgot this whole feature that we developed. It's a 2D to 3D transformation feature. So there's this NFT collection called Shibu. And Shibu, we've taken their whole collection, their 2D models, and made them into 3D models. And so these 3D models, they can be used anywhere where you use 3D models like WebGL and this type of technologies. And we're almost done transforming our own NFT collection into 3D models. So Witches and Werewolves should probably be done in like a week or 2. And so if you're playing one of our games and you have a 3D model, then you'll be able to play with your NFT in the game. But if you don't have one, that's fine too. You can just use your Discord profile. And there's a way for your Discord profile to show up as a character in the game. So that's the gist of it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sean, and you. Thank you so much for abiding with the rules. So, yes,
Oh,
and
yeah.
yeah, I just figured that we have too many guests, and we are also we this is my first time to have this many guests, and we're learning, so it's a learning process, and I don't want any of you to get bored. So I'd like to have a change in the way you guys answer the questions, for everyone to have contribution. So what we will do from now is you will be answering with one word to a question, and then afterwards we will have a one question for everyone, that you guys can have a free or 2 minutes answering. So yes, Robert, I hope that you're not bored there yet. So
Not at all.
awesome. And like I said, the purpose of this live stream or the show is for you guys to actually have interest with each other's project, because I know it's like whenever you have a project, it's all about promoting yours. And I'd like for you guys also to um because I've seen this, whenever there's an AMA or there's a Twitter space, whenever they knew each other, they will be collaborating, and they will be helping each other. So in order for you guys to have interest as well, to maybe help each other, to push each other, because I think that's gonna be very uh that's gonna be very helpful for everyone to have the support from a founder as well. So yes, and like I said, Player One Universe Mint is still ongoing. So go to their Twitter page. You can also find the Mint link there. So the question, the next question, we will be starting from Robert. And like I said, one word. Answer one word. And then we will be having the next question, which is the you can answer in which you can answer not just one, but
More than
yeah,
one.
yeah. So the
I'm ready.
all right. So Robert, what's the most challenging what's the most challenging thing uh being a founder? One word.
Oh, that's a big one. Most challenging, one word. I would say, oh, one word. Okay, you. That's a tough one. Let me say belief. So yeah, I won't expound on that because I only
Yeah,
have one word. So belief.
it's like everyone
There you go.
has that's a good one because everyone has a different interpretation in belief. Like for me, I'd say believe in yourself, or um the confidence in yourself so you can do it. So let's move on to Zilly. What's that one word that can represent the most challenging thing you've experienced as a founder?
The one word for me is no.
Oh, yeah, that's deep.
Being able to say no to things and maintain your focus and sometimes the hardest part is telling people in your community no, because it's
Oh,
your community, but and
yeah.
you want to serve them as a project, but at the same time sometimes you have to make the hard decisions so that you can sustain the project, or you can make sure that you maintain the focus of where the project's supposed to be going. So I would say saying no to people. So the word no
All
for
right.
me.
Thank you so much, Zili. And we move on to Johnny. What's that one word you think the most challenging for you?
Jack of all trades.
That's three words, sir.
There's a dash in between each word, so it
How
just
there's
becomes
a dash.
one big word.
It's technically one saying, but yeah, kind of.
You guys, you are so smart. I'll go ahead. The Rubes counts. What's that one word?
For me, I think conviction.
Conviction. All right. How about you, Scarface? What's
Are
the
you saying the most challenging word?
no, the most challenge? It describe the most challenging thing that you've experienced as a founder.
I
Just
mean, you gotta the most.
just put it in a one word, because I don't, like I said, I don't want everyone to be bored, but with that one word everyone would feel
Satis-
the that can relate.
satisfying. I'm talking about satisfying everybody. You gotta keep
uh,
everybody. That's the most challenging.
Thank you so much, Garbage. Let's move on to Sean. What's that one word that describes the most challenging thing that you've experienced as a founder?
Introverted.
Introverted. Wow. Thank you so much. And I know that everyone that you guys gave your answer, but everyone has like a touch of it and the saying, "Oh, yeah, that's true." You guys can relate. So, Tarish, do you have a question for our guest today? Like,
Oh, that's a good one. I've heard a lot of interesting projects so far. Um, what do you guys think about tokenization of a project? What do you feel would justify that for a project? You see a lot of projects just launching tokens and creating their own chains. In what situation do you think that that's actually justified and a smart move for a new project coming out?
yes, thank you so much, Tarish. And you guys have 1 minute to give your answers. And we've ended with Sean, so let's start with Sean.
Yeah, I think when it's an integral part of the product, I think that's actually a point people have been bringing up for a long time. Like I feel like sometimes people just they come up with a token and then they just start tacking ideas on it. But if it's really an integral part of the product, like just let's just say if the product was a casino, right? Like it makes sense, right? You need a token. Yeah, that's my answer.
Thank you so much, Sean. How about you, Robscoms? You are a DeFi expert, so yeah.
Yeah, I think the most valued for me with regards to tokenization is somehow like inherently with real world asset like tokenizing bond markets, realty, that would somehow really expand our reach with our industry.
Thank you so much. And how about you, Johnny?
Sorry, question is, do
Uh,
projects need a token?
yes. What
What
is the
what justifies creating a token for a project? In what case should that actually be an option? What do you think would make? How does it make sense for a project fit usually?
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes down to what is the product trying to do overall, and does a token, I guess, add value to the solution that that product brings? Does it enhance an experience for a user, a customer, or for the business as a whole? Right. I think that's where I see, um, can a project justify having a token? I know that you could always argue, but I mean, that's where I see it, personally.
Thank you
That's
so much.
actually,
Mhm.
I think that that's actually going to be the consensus among the group, unless somebody feels that launching a token just for fundraising is a viable option. Is there anybody in the group that feels that way?
I mean, if you can get the bag, get the bag. You know what I'm saying? But most projects don't. I mean, I don't know. Most tokens I see launched are just sort of they're just fun gambling, sort of things. They have liquidity, and then someone gets rugged, and it's just a game you play to be the last. Try not to be the last person to get rugged. But I will, on my end, I don't know if it's my turn or not, but I'm just gonna say I am seeing technologies now that are coming. I've seen them with my own two eyes behind the scenes for NFTs to be able to be their own sort of apps, shall we say? And if there's a way to build sort of a system within your own NFT and ecosystem where the token you issue is integral to that ecosystem, then I think that is a valid way to a valid reason to create a token.
Yeah, actually, um, I've been in like a part of the Sappy Seals for almost 3 years right now, and I have some of those, their coin. And that's what kind of encouraged me to um, do something like that as well. Well, you can have um, like a coin to actually empower your project and your community, uh, you know, through staking as well. So I think like if you know how to deliver it right, it could be a really healthy thing to do. Yeah. So yeah, um, I actually like that. So with the Soul Peeps, we're doing something like that, similar to the Sappy Seals. Of course, learning from the best. And after Mint Out, we're definitely heading in that direction. Um, yeah, that's my answer.
So sort of like a community play, like a meme coin play for the community that just inherently brings value because it is a token and the community enjoys it, is what you mean?
It's more than that. So basically, um, with them how they deliver it. Wob, of course, like I've known him for so long. And, uh, the thing they did is they had the token where it's like you just list your seal and have it like stake basically, but it's like almost like and you're getting rewarded for that. At the meantime, you know, he's grown that coin where it's like actually, because back in the days when I first got in, it didn't have any value, but over time, as he delivered, it brought more like value to Web3 and to his community. The coin grew with him and actually has like a lot of value. But the same thing. It's just growing your community is very important, and having them like believe in what you're actually building. And I've, I'm focused on that, like to build something that's going to be sustainable and you know to kind of bring value back to my holders.
Thanks for that, Scarface. Harley, did you have any other questions, or do you want me to keep asking? I can ask questions all day.
I know,
Just
and I know that you. Yeah,
sorry,
go
I just
ahead.
wanted to mention something in relation to that question, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Um, there's a project called Legends of Soul, at legends underscore of underscore soul on the Solana blockchain, and we're partners with them. And they recently built a tool for upgrading your NFT, where um, essentially, they're testing it with themselves, but then they're going to white label it for partners, whoever wants it. But essentially, it's a way where it's an interface. You sign in with your wallet. They have the Legend token, and basically you have your Legend NFT, and then you can spend your Legend token to on the fly upgrade your NFT with different features and stuff like that. And they've made it really simple and really clean, and it's really something amazing, and it's something that we're looking at for the goats. But something like that where you can start to really do things with your NFT. And that's going to really open up more than just like upgrading traits. It's going to open up into like your NFT becoming its own application, built within the NFT itself. So if that's the case, then yeah, having your own token as sort of the currency of being able to do things with your NFT, I think that's actually V2 NFTs, and it's going to really, I like to say right now that we're in the like $8 Solana phase of NFTs, where like a couple months ago, Solana's $8. Everybody thought Solana was dead. FTX, killed it. Blah blah blah. Now it's at like somewhere between 150 to 200 bucks, right? I think that's what's happening with NFTs right now. That everybody's like chasing the dazzling meme coins and all that shit. But I think that from what we're seeing behind the scenes, like NFTs are gonna become there's gonna be a huge upgrade in them, and it's not gonna be necessarily chain like focused. It's gonna be it's going to come in from the outside and allow you to do a lot more. So that's what I'm seeing with these. Like, if you're going to issue a token as an NFT project, pretty soon, if you have people on your team that can build and that can create, technologies and things like that, you're going to be able to use those tokens with that technology that you build in your NFT. So grab the quality ones.
Thank you so much for that, Silly. Oh my god, I'm sorry for that. So, this next question is, um, this is like the main goal of the live tonight, and you can anyone can answer, and if you choose not to answer, it's also okay. So, what help you think you need? What kind of help you think you need that for your project? That's all. And like I said, anyone can answer first, and yes, that's it. So no one wants to answer.
Can I
No
can I
one.
go?
I think
Go
I
ahead.
just feel
Go
like I'm
ahead.
talking
oh,
too
go
much.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, we run spaces, Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern. That may change a little bit actually in the future, but I'm always open to having guests on our shows. So if you guys want to be guests and want to be highlighted, feel free to message me, and I want to connect with everybody here, and that's a really easy way to that we can help each other. Our spaces go about 2 hours, and we really go in depth with the people that we have on. So if anybody here wants to be a guest, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think for us, for Player One Universe, I mean, like we're very technical, but I think we're actually we don't really have sales or marketing like expertise at all. And I think that's like our biggest weakness. So that's like, why Harley, why we recruited you. I mean, you could probably tell that like we're almost like too nerdy. So yeah, it's weird because I think that a lot of there might be teams that are the opposite of us. I suspect that's the case.
yes, and I posted the link for the Player One Universe on the private chat as well. So who wants to go next? Like, everyone can also uh, add value to each and everyone here. Like for
I'd
me,
also add to that too. You know, like when I would show people our product, a lot of times the only thing they would understand was Discord. Like the average person who, you know, like not like an idiot, right? But like someone who's just like a business owner or just someone that I know. If I show our product to them, I feel like they'd have to be like a real Web3 nerd type of person to actually understand it. And then when I started to look at our actual buyers, like some of our buyers are like really impressive. Like that guy Ryzen, right? Like I talked to that guy and I'm like, this guy's like, he could teach me a ton of stuff, right? So I realized that the only people that would buy our product would be people that like really understand it, which is like a huge hurdle. I actually think that that's a sign that it needs to be simplified or something like that, which is a marketing problem, I imagine.
thank you so much.
It is a marketing problem. It's actually a huge Web3 problem when it comes to trying to simplify information for people who you're trying to onboard. It's a constant issue in the industry.
So
Makes sense, yeah.
if it's a if we see already the problem, simplifying things, then maybe we can contribute into having something that simplifies uh simplifies everything. Like we've talked about this stories, remember, like whenever an AMA is going on and the devs start to talk about the technical things, it becomes boring to the normal to the average Joe or someone like me who doesn't have the deep knowledge in tech or the tech words or the terminologies that are being used. And don't be shy to like actually sometimes maybe let's say it's like you don't need any help, but then what if you've actually just um, let it out and then someone is actually willing to to give value to you or add value to you and had a resolution to your to that one thing that that you need help with. Like Rubes, I know that you are also looking for opportunities or jobs, and we have Johnny here, who's the founder of MORFYUS, a Web3 uh, economy job board. So it's like it all,
Interesting.
yes. So I like to to give the uh, to give the stage to anyone who wants to answer the question that we have. What's the thing that you need help with? Because if community management or growth, we can actually even right now we can just run a contest to our live viewers. We have 304 million viewers. Thank you so much, everyone. And if you need growth to your Discord, for example, we can just run a contest and play on your Discord. Then that's resolve. I mean, that's one thing we can do. So
Did you
yeah.
say 300 million?
Yes. I like to say that always because yeah,
Got it.
power
Got it.
words.
Got it. I mean, for our project, I think like anything growth related is always useful. Any projects that want to collab in any way possible, we're always open to it. That's definitely, I guess, when it comes to help. And yeah, and we're also looking to help more projects, right? So if people are looking to expand their teams, it doesn't even have to be full time, right? It could just be a contract or a project. That's definitely something that we can help with very easily. And yeah, get access to a network of talent. The simplification things you guys were talking about was actually really funny because it's actually a problem in founders and actually the entire tech industry as a whole. It's and more prevalent in Web3, of course. Um, I don't know if you guys heard the story about how Nike and Adidas shoes are sold, but it reminds me of that, right? Because the Nike reps and the Adidas reps, they go to the shoe stores, they talk to the sales teams, like the clerks or whatever you want to call them that are actually selling shoes to guys like you and me who walk into the store, and they tell them all about like, oh yeah, so we have Nike Shocks. They're super absorbent, and they have all these cool features. And then we have this version, and this is very aerodynamic. It's made of 98% recyclable plastic, and it has like enhances your speed, by this many percent. They go through all these technical details with the salespeople, and then the salespeople, when the customer walks in, they're like, "Well, a customer only does three things: does it look good on my feet? Does it fit? And is it the right price?" Like that's really all they really care about. So all the details about the technology of the shoe, they don't care. So I think it's it's the same thing applies in Web3. When people are looking to onboard into a product, it comes down to how simple it is for them to understand, right? Like, do they like it? Does it look like it can help them? And are they paying the right price for it, right? I think the same principles can apply.
Wow, that's very cool. I mean, it's you just gave an idea to Sean on how they can, improve the marketing part, which is to improve the delivery, or what they can say to the audience, or to the community, for them to get, for them to get interested. You just gave them like the pointers. Thank you so much, Johnny. And yes, guys, if you wow, it's perfect because Robert is just about to launch a collection, right? And if you need a team, then you can also list, job postings on Morpheus. So, you know, just simple as that, you
Yep.
guys added value to each other, and that, actually makes everyone's life easier. So, yes, and who guys wants to go next? I mean, anything else? Or
Can I say something quickly, Holly?
yes.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Firstly, I just want to say, well done to you. You've been bringing all of us here together, and you've been doing such a great job. So I just wanted to say that first and get this opportunity in front of everybody. Um, Second, I had obviously just been listening in, and it's been really inspiring to hear everyone's points. And I do want to reach out to everyone here on the table. And I think there's opportunities down the line for us and our collection, our NFT. We are looking for partners and collabs. And we also do feel it's really, particularly the point about launching a token, I think it was really insightful. That is in our game plan. And my small answer to that is,
Did he? Okay,
He's just
let's.
rugged.
And he's
His
about.
small answer
He's,
is rugging.
Cliffhanger.
it's
That
like
was
he's.
pretty funny.
Tune in next week.
It's a cliffhanger. Hang on. Oh, there's other two of it. I'm sorry, guys. Zilly and Scarface. Um,
Yeah, I actually been rugging really hard. Like, I've actually joined you guys like 20 times since the stream started. But I appreciate you for guys having me. I just keep going in and out. I got a few things to do. Some work for my community and stuff like that. I appreciate you, Scarface on X. If you guys want to follow, you want to join my chat. Harley has access to all that. I'll see you guys around. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Scarface and Robert. Oh my God, that's so funny. When you're about
sorry.
to say,
Yeah,
go
my bad.
ahead.
I think it was my. Anyway, just wanted to say thank you to everybody. And yeah, let's all connect. And I love to keep in touch with everybody here on the table. It's been a pleasure listening to everybody.
Thank you so much. And yes, network is very important, for someone who's building in Web3. And I've seen how network do magic, do great things if you have that network. And for you to be able to build the network is you have to add value to everyone whom you can add value to. So anyone who wants to answer the last question, and then we can go ahead and have our final words. So yes, Zilly. Oh, you've answered that, right? Um,
Harley?
Uh-huh. Ah, you go ahead, Rubes.
Yeah, I just want to share our experience with the community. It's really a tough process to simplify things, and because we since we've been front on the space, we've been engaging directly with locals, so it's really hard to digest the technicalities of like Web3, trying to educate most of the people. That's what we do, and we've been having some challenges on that. And I think the most very evident is you just don't need to stop. You just need to move forward and still create traction noise to the community, and eventually you're able to engage with the right people and be able to segregate those people who are more like highly technical, that they can upscale with regards to technical, and try to create an avenue also for type of users that are really users only, that doesn't mind about the tech itself. So we do this on the process, like of course meet up, trying to spot which have far more interest in which alignment. Then we even do like in the process, like we do 1:1. It's a very slow process, but the good thing is if we empower one person and he able to step up from it and able to learn that aspect, it's pretty organic that he will be passing that on to other people. And that's what how we try to execute on the process, and we got some positive output with that. Organically, people try to volunteer on our community because they learn from us. So that's been what been doing so far.
Thank you so much, Saru. So I just want to mention that if you guys need someone to do simplifying or have the knowledge to make a customer understand about the technology, Rubescom's team is actually good at it. And this is how collaboration works. If you need more awareness to your project, then Rubescoms is the one you can reach out to, because they are doing outreach to locals. They have connections as well, and they can spread awareness about your project, especially if it's a technical ones, or if it's a DeFi, whatever it is. They can do the education part IRL. If you need if you need something about educating IRL, and more on like more awareness for the project. And that's what I'm talking about. It's like when you guys know each other, what everyone's doing, what's their project is about, you guys can, if you just ask the right questions, you can find out how everyone can collaborate and add value to each other. So we have been running for an hour, and it's late for it's late in if you're in Asia or in this time zone. So I'd like to get the last words. I don't want to use last words, but final words to our listener, or to our viewers, technically listeners, because we are um off cam, but I just
There
Hey,
you go.
Chris. Yes, thank you so much for um adding value to the live right now. And yes, I'd like to, if you do you have questions, Therese, for our founders today, or additional
Do
questions?
I any questions? I've always got questions. Um, we've run a little long on the space though, and I'm sure that they're busy and that they have a lot of things that they need to do besides talk.
Of course,
but
I
um, but yeah, I think Harley's right. That spaces like these do help bring not only the founders together for finding good product fits and project fits between each other, but it also gives the community an opportunity to see other projects that they may be interested in. Shit,
Oh my God, you're right.
I'm getting a call. I'm sorry.
Cancel that. Cancel. Oh, I think that's important call to reach. So yes, I'd like to get the final words from everyone here today, and anyone can go first. You have the freedom to speak.
Well, then I'll go ahead and go. First of all, thank you, Harley, for hosting this. You've done a great job, and really appreciate you putting this together and getting all these projects together. As a as a project that hosts a lot of spaces and things like that, trying to get a bunch of people in the same room together at the same time can be a challenge. So I think you've done a fantastic job, and I really appreciate that first and foremost. Second thing is. I just want to remind people, we're Zillionaire Goat Club. Uh, we're a lifestyle brand and Web3 community centered around health, wealth, freedom, and happiness. If you want to find out more about us on Twitter, we're just at Zillionaire Goat. Or if you like, you can go to zgc.wtf, and that has all of our links to everything that we do right there on one page. So we'd love to have people check us out, and you can check out our store, zillionairegoatclub.com, where we have I think we've dropped like something like the 12 to 13 collections over the past year and a half. And Yeah, we'd love to have you be a part of our community. We are minting currently. If you go to zillygoats.com, that's where our mint page is. Although I know Solana's having some congestion issues, but it's point 0.1 Sol, which I think now is around about $20, something around there. And if you get a goat, you get 40% off all of your orders for life in our store. And this year we're going to be building a lot more things and going to have a lot more products, and we're really focused on content creation and growing our presence on social networks that are not just Twitter, but across the board. So yeah, we're over here, we're building, we're working, and our community is a lot of fun. It's wild and wacky, and we talk about all kinds of stuff, not just crypto and NFTs, but everything from politics to fashion to culture to everything. So. I think the best way to get to know us is to hop in our spaces. If you go to our Twitter, you can see our spaces schedule. I'm going to actually pin that up. But yeah, we just like to have a lot of fun, and I think we may not be everybody's cup of tea, but if we are your cup of tea, it's definitely laced with LSD. So there you go.
Thank you so much, Zaylee. So, anyone who wants to add to that?
I'll jump in if you
Sean?
don't mind. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
is that okay?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So just first of all, yeah, I definitely would love to check out the Zill. I'd love to be a zillionaire as well at some point. But For us here, so Robert, yeah. So I just put in the link in the private chat. So the group I'm with, we're called Propane Labs, and we'll be soon releasing little shredders. And again, that's the Web3 NFT collection within the skateboarding world, particularly focusing in Jamaica. But yeah, do follow us on our website, and we'll be putting up all the updates there, and as well on our Twitters and socials. But anyway, thank you again, Harley, for bringing us all here and bringing myself and being part of such a great team with everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much as well for coming, Robert. I know that we just, when I sent the invitation to the group, and you literally just, I'll go. So thank you so much for accepting
Pleasure.
the invitation. So how about you, Sean? Do you have any final words, or invite everyone to the community, and the mint is still live. So yeah, go ahead, Sean.
Yeah. I posted our Twitter handle in the chat in case anyone wants to check us out at Player One Universe. I'm curious about the Jamaica skating thing because my son's getting married in Jamaica this year, and I'm going to be in Jamaica for my first time, and he's a skater as well. So I'm curious what that whole story is all about. Regarding,
I'll be reaching out to you, Sean, for sure. Done.
Oh, okay, sure, definitely. I look forward to that. Yeah. Are you in Jamaica or? Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Regarding the zillionaire goat, I'm trying to decide whether I want to buy a NFT or do I want to buy a shirt, because the shirts are pretty dope. So I guess it depends on what the discount's going to be. Maybe I'll get.
Well, yeah. If you go,
Shanghai, amazing.
Yeah, if you get a goat, it's 40% off all your orders for life. So you definitely, if you want to get both, then I would say get a goat first, and then and then you can get a big discount on the merch.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Well, nice to meet everyone. I have to actually head to a meeting, so I'm gonna bounce, and look forward to whenever we get to talk again. I definitely appreciate the time.
Thank you so much, Sean, and thank you so much for coming today. Even if you're too, you guys are doing too many things because, of course, founders. And yes, I'd like to mention, by the way, Player One Universe is actually the reason why I want to help more, uh, you know, in Player One Universe because I've seen them build. I've seen them from the very beginning, and it's like I felt the need to actually tell everyone why why it's a good project, why it's a good mint, and it's the price. Maybe the people cannot see the value at the moment because uh like you said, Sean, we need to simplify on how we say things. So, Player One Universe, what actually they're doing is they're doing like an open world where everyone can set up their mini verses or their mini worlds, and it's not just Web3. This is what I'm pointing out. Anyone that has a community can actually set up their mini worlds once the uh, once the open world is actually out, and they will be having the uh, beta launch on. Is there an update, by the way, Sean, on the release of the beta launch or the beta test?
Yeah, we're actually we're making some changes now. We're trying to actually make the 3D aspect a lot smaller to just make
Uh-huh.
it to reduce the scope, right? It's a lot
Uh-huh.
of work and a lot of people have failed doing this. But yeah, so if you're a pass holder, excuse me, the angle now is you're going to have privileges to choose. You'll have I think what we're talking about doing is giving pass holders, because there's not that many of them, basically premier subscription for life. And we're going to probably do a free mint also. So that's what we've been talking about, is that we will let people, because we want the product to spread, right? And we feel like we just talked about, it needs to be simplified. It needs to be just like, okay, it'll enhance your Discord community. It'll add games, 3D games to your Discord community, something that doesn't really exist too much right now. So yeah, I would say like just keep an eye on us. If you want to become a pass holder, that's on you. I believe it's like one soul or something. If not, there will be a free mint. So it's really up to
Oh,
I would say just check it out. That would be my first recommendation. Check it out, see if it's your type of thing or whatever.
yes.
And yeah, we definitely, it's definitely one of those love projects, right? Where it's like, we're not trying to rush it. We're trying to just have fun and do something that's really valuable. I mean, we don't want to waste time, but we don't want to rush too much. I think that in some ways, like we built so much, like we're so close to releasing the Witches and Werewolves collection, which is like the 3D models, for Witches and Werewolves. Those are the ones that we're thinking about having be part of the free mint. Whereas the passes that we've done before, those people will get to have. I think we might even give them a free 3D model transformation. So if they own another NFT, they may get to choose an NFT that they want to make into a 3D model that they can use. In this 3D model, you don't only have to use it in Player One Universe, but any game that would support this format, which is like the standard WebGL format. Your 3D model, you can do a lot of things with a 3D model. You can use it for Twitter. You can hire an artist to do animations, and then there's pre-built animations for models, right? Um, so that'll be developing more as well. But anyways, I do have to run a meeting, so I have to
Yeah.
go.
Thank you
Take
so much,
care.
Sean. You
Okay,
too.
bye.
You have a great day. So
You
yes,
too, Hog.
Tarish, are you there? You're about to say something earlier.
Yeah, no, I'm I'm here. I'm actually docking to a receiver right now. I'm about to get my product unloaded off my truck.
Oh, okay. Is there something you want to add to what you said earlier? Or
The whole community aspect I was talking about, and how important it is for everybody to come together and be able to share, whether it's the communities bringing people together, whether it's project fit, collaborating. It's super important for everybody. And there's no reason why, with as big as Web3 is, 2.73 trillion dollars, we can't all share a piece of the pie. I mean, I'm sure none of us are expecting to capture the entire market. And yes, attention's hard to get, but we can all work together to gain attention in unison in a lot of cases, or in collaborations. So it works out really well. I agree very heavily with what you said, Harley.
all right. Well, I agree to that, Tarish. And I've seen, the big project, they can just spend money to have their community. But, for some projects that doesn't have that much money and they just want to build, something for Web3, just like what Player One is doing, is like they want to build something. The original story is they want to build something for those who got rugged. Imagine that. They want to for the holders of those rug projects to still have something for their NFTs. That's why they built their tool that transform NFTs into 3D, and then they tried to build the open world, or the miniverses, and for those NFTs, for those 3D NFTs to have a home, or so they can have fun to it. And it's sad sometimes to see that it's not like loved as you expected, or because there's not much money to market the project. But I do believe that if we come together and help each other, we can achieve things, right? And yes, that's the main goal of what I am actually doing. And it's not just usual AMAs that afterwards there's nothing achieved, other than shilling the project. So I like to do something that has meaning. So um, thank you everyone for coming today. And you can create the group chat uh, for yourselves. You can create a group adding each other so that you can have an update, because Web3 is very fast paced, and you sometimes you know you, you met and then afterwards you're like there's no update. So keep in touch. And what else? Rubes comes, do you have any last words, Zillies?
Yeah, thank you so much, Charlie, for supporting us, our local community. We've been very thankful to that, engaging with your spaces and also your Discord event. So it's an avenue for us to share also our experience. And yeah, we're somehow quite busy recently, so we're part of the super team uh, regional support for Solana community call. So we do that on a monthly basis, and we're doing also in parallel with we have like a partnership with some Cosmos projects. We call it Archway. So somehow like a value capture chain. Then we've been doing also a webcast on a weekly basis with different latest innovation tech that we want to share to Filipino community. So yeah, that's what we've been doing, and of course we're really focused more on the Filipino side. So we're open for any collaborations with others to get exposure for Filipino community also. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ripscoms. We're supposed to have Bit Digest here actually, but I failed to. I think the co-founder that I invited has also commitment prior to this. And yes, we've reached an hour and a half. And thank you guys. I'm really thankful for coming today. And I hope that you guys succeed in whatever project that you're building, and I hope that the intentions building on Web3 gonna stay the same, and not just we. I know that we are all here to make money, but I love the passion grows as you grow on Web3 as well. So thank you so much, everyone. Keep building, keep collaborating, and yeah, that's it. This is your house. I was about to play a music, but I got like it's not it's not possible for YouTube. They will take down your video. So yes, that's that's why ownership is really important. That's Web3. All right, so keep building, everyone. And this is your host, Harley.